Top Cat is back. And with a win here over Josh Kane, he puts himself right in contention. Be 2 wins from 2, and he'd be on the brink of another successful night's work. Hand up in apology because he nearly went in off the break. Plenty of balls did go in off the break though. Got away with that, didn't hit them clean, but goodness me. The easy power that he gets is so good. Slightly tricky split though. Both colour sets are a little bit awkward. And he's got a little bit of work to do here. If he wants yellows, he's not got an easy shot, so it have to be reds.
Yeah, a bit of work on the reds. Red on the right-hand side is a little bit easier to solve than the one on the left, but Tom's so good and will be happy enough to factor in the double for that red. Could play him behind it if you wanted to. I'd be very shocked if he tries to move it. That's okay. Probably even targeted that yellow just to make sure he couldn't go too far. Targeted the yellow again. Now what does he do? Does he try and... Well, he might be on the double now, actually. If he's on the double now, he might take it. Just going to be another just relentless looking break clearance from Tom. Miss hit that break as well, but had an awkward split, made it look simple.
Yeah, it's his MO. That is what he does. 4 times now, an Ultimate Pool Pro Series champion. No one has more. One world champion. Twice. And he even won the Champion of Champions shootout in December as well. The most informed man in the world right now.
Yeah, has more Ultimate Pool trophies than anybody else at 5, at 4 Pro Series. Matches Shane Thompson. 1 ahead of Mick Hill. Chris Manning also has 4 titles, but that includes this Champions League and a Champion of Champions as well.
Oh, they didn't really open up too nice, you felt like there for Josh. Does make a ball though. Has he got a shot? Yeah. It's not easy though. You're desperate to be yellows here because of the 8 ball. And I'm not sure he's got a yellow to go at really. And
My
if he
first
doesn't,
thought, yeah, my first thought was yellows as well, but then the yellows on the right are awkward and yellow at the bottom might be really awkward. And there's just no good colour set here really, because I think reds probably are the colour set.
If you're going to go a little bit closer to the corner pocket, then it's not really a problem because you can bump it out by playing a ball off it, but it's too far away, I think, to do that.
Yeah, no, reds are definitely the colour set. There's no, if you're going for the finish, no doubt about it. The reason I say that is you can play a red off a yellow to open up the 8 ball, and then once that's done, everything actually has a pocket.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at. As I say, I wondered if it might be a little bit too far away from the pocket, but Josh clearly thinks that goes. Yeah, nice.
Just a little bit more awkward on this than he wanted. He could have got himself even 1 ball off the cushion off that shot. Just make this that little bit easier. This is a pressure ball now. Yeah, very good. Now, has to, absolutely has to, get close to the straight here. If he goes short of straight, he can't get past those yellows. If he goes too far long of straight, he can't get down the table far enough. So just the window of the line here isn't massive. And he's in that window. Nearly he missed the pot because all his focus was getting on that window, but he's on the line. Very good finish, this one. Looked messy, looked a tricky layout, and it was, but one shot opens it all up. He spotted it very quickly and nearly missed another one there, but he's okay.
Yeah, he's all good. Very, very good break and run that from Josh Kane, gotta say.
That's what you got to do. You got to stay with him. Stay with the great players when they make the clearances. We've already talked tonight about the World Masters crown that he won back in 2017. Major, major title that is. Played alongside the World Championships. Huge number of players from around the world playing in that one. Major title to win. A real statement for Josh.
He won it as a real youngster as well. I mean, what if you ever watch the footage back of that, you almost don't recognise Josh. He looks so baby-faced.
This time Tom's a bit more like it. Controls the cue ball, and obviously the power is always there. Good split the balls here. I think the yellow, the red, surrounded by yellows, does go top right, which is where you want to put it. And he's on it now. So everything has a pocket here. Right below the 8 balls, easy to access. Plenty of it showing. May not have wanted to come up as far up the table as he has, or my thinking is maybe he wanted to be on the one he's nearest to a little bit straighter, but the yellow was always going to be getting in the way potentially, so. Oh, he had a better angle on it. I thought the angle might have been just a touch off angle the wrong way. He's okay. The flick there is not good though. That's a beautiful positional shot. Can't afford to come up short on that line, and you can't afford to go long on that line either. He's absolutely plumb perfect. This time he's a little bit short. Really needs to be on the bottom one of the two ideally. Well, I suppose he can drop it in the middle, is his thinking here, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, lovely. Simply, simply lovely. We're yet to see anything that sort of even resembles a mistake from Tom Cousins. Too good at the moment.
Yeah, we see a lot of the top players playing like this, as in taking out these clearances, but you just, because it's on the back of everything else Tom has done recently, it just feels different, and obviously can't say what Josh is thinking inside, but that sense we're getting in the commentary box is the weight of what he's done in the recent 3-4 months almost adds to the sort of the feeling of he can just keep doing that all night, and it just puts the pressure on you to respond with break clearances of your own. And he will, it won't always work out like that. He didn't have a break clearance in his first match, so it's He's got to believe it will turn and keep taking your chances. But he's not going to get one here. Interesting layout, this one. 3-ball plant potentially on reds to get going. But where does the yellow go when he plays it? Does it block a red? Not sure he has another opening shot. If he wants to go reds, obviously he has an opening yellow at the bottom of the table. And this one, oh, he's had a touch. What a touch that is. I was about to say this one's gone wrong, but the red that's gone onto the cushion, he's landed absolutely perfectly on.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, we talked about this a fair bit at the weekend, and Tom's alluded to it himself, and when we've spoken to him as well, that when it is going for you, it really is going for you. He feels at the minute like he's getting all the nudges and all the flicks and all the little rubs. He doesn't need that.
No,
he's playing amazingly. He does it. He absolutely would be doing what he's doing without all that, but he's getting them anyway. And plenty of other players will tell you that those are the things going against them when they're a bit out of form and they're struggling to get a win. It's amazing how it works.
Yeah, it is, and it does. You always feel like that in Q Sports. It's amazing, really. Oh, he's not reached. It's a terrible shot.
Oh.
Okay, this is where Josh Kane needs to step in.
Oh, that's a huge surprise.
Major, major moment on the night.
Yeah, I should say this is a massive moment for Josh Kane. Huge, huge chance. They've got to go.
They should go. They are all there. Not too much that can go wrong here for Josh. I should go 2-2, but then he's handing his table back over to Tom, who's break next. This was a Josh Kane break. One thing that, you know, we saw Tom make a few errors similar to the one we saw earlier in this frame throughout the weekend. And when I say a few, I mean a few over the course of the whole weekend. You know, he was very, very good. But whenever he did make an error, it always seemed to be what we'd call a careless one, where you couldn't really see how he was going to make an error in a situation like that. He never really bothered him. He just kind of went about his work, got on with the next frame. You know, I guess that's another key of the confidence he's got right now.
Yeah.
He's not overly punishing himself when he makes a poor error. It's just, okay, you know, I'm going to make...
the chances coming next.
Yeah, I'm going to make mistakes out there. So, you know, just I'm very accepting of it and move on. If he breaks dry, though, he will have more time to think about the error, which is what Josh is hoping.
Cool.
If he breaks dry, of course.
Is that... we've not really seen that sort of break from Tom Cousins of late, but it felt like there was a little bit of frustration in that one. Or am I just making that up and reading a little bit too much into it?
Yeah, I think so. He always breaks with that much power. Maybe it's just because the cue ball jumped a little bit, maybe. But yeah, the power's never not there.
It just felt like he put a little bit extra on that one for me.
Yellow's that looks like it's going to be his choice. One obvious yellow. That's a problem.
Yellow ball's in play.
Will he just accept it, play it as a double? Looks like the double's on. Red doesn't look like it'll get in the way of it. Could play a cannon. Use one of the yellows to the top left. The problem with playing the cannon is every chance you're not on anything when you play it, because there wouldn't be anything else on. Oh, it's another major deceleration from Tom. Well, I say that he's on the double this way round, so maybe doing a little bit of a disservice there. It just looked like one, but no. Plays the double comfortably and business as usual. This will be for 3 break clearances on the trot. And that's how you write off a mistake in your mind. You just do that in the next frame. Back in front, 3:49 on the clock. Still in the driving seat in this group.
Yeah, he certainly is. And the expectation and the pressure, if you want, all transfers back over to Josh Kane and his break. All of a sudden, he needs to break and clear. Remember, he drew his first match. A defeat is not really any use to him.
Yeah, if he loses this match, then both John and Josh will be out. Jason would have to win his last match, and Tom would have to lose his for it to be a 6-red shootout.
Got away with that break. Oh, that's come out really nice.
Well, what do you do here? Josh, do you run through these, because these are all there, and hope for a dry break? Or do you take your time through these and maybe give yourself a draw? What's the benefit of the draw here? You're still going to need help. I think you have to risk it here.
Josh Kane gets a draw, he can still get to 4 points.
Yeah, I was just trying to do the maths myself. If Josh gets the draw and John, he'd need John to beat Tom, that would leave Josh and Tom on 3 points. And Josh would already be on 2, and so would Jason, so they'd need a draw in the last match for it to be a 4-way, or the winner of the last match would get the victory. So it's actually still a really tight group right now. Might not be in the next 2 minutes, depending on how that goes. Oh, Josh has done everything asked of him here.
Yeah, lovely. Can't do much more than that. We go to a deciding frame, 2 minutes left on the clock. And now Josh Kane has to hope for a Tom Cousins dry break. All the best.
It's not a great place to be, is it? Waiting for, or hoping, or needing a Tom Cousins dry break.
Yeah, not an ideal situation.
I'd almost, if I was in Josh's shoes, be kind of hoping for a messy layout or something. Anything.
All Josh Kane will want is a chance at the table. Will he get one? I think we might have our answer.
Well, there's work.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's work. Just
Last couple of balls there, just rolling.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be the most routine clearance you've ever seen, but there is work on the first shot. He's got problems both way rounds, really. I mean, this is tricky.
Going reds.
Yeah, he felt he had to go reds. I was surprised at that, actually. I didn't know if that shot was on. I thought he might take reds, try and go up the table and maybe play one of the reds at the top end of the table off the yellow, or use the red that the cue ball's finished next to then go into the cluster. But attacked it early.
He's now got the option, if he wants, of maybe playing...
No, he's
tough,
got,
isn't it? Yeah.
He's got the perfect angle now to play into the red.
Yeah.
He could get rid of the other red first and then still do it.
This isn't ideal. He'll feel pushed into this because of the match clock and all the rest of it.
There's time here if this goes wrong, just about for Josh.
Has he got a shot? Of course he does.
Hampered queuing. Length of the table pot. If he goes long, could clip it in, but the cue ball going into the 8 ball, so he'll take this long. He should take it long.
Oh, bang.
And with that, Josh knew.
Just imperious, isn't it?
This is for
Never felt that was ever in doubt.
This is for 4 break clearances on the trot, and there's nothing that Josh Kane can do.
Tom Cousins. Lethal again. Just unstoppable. And he is very, very close to advancing through this Champions League group.